in Sweden, a national digital health initiative funded by Vinnova, the Swedish Innovation Office, for 10 years with approximately 150 million euro. And DigitalWell Arena works in close cooperation with innovative companies, universities, testbeds, and gives us a shortcut to the public sector, which is quite unique, as I said. So our goal as an accelerator is to discover and develop ideas, people and companies with potential to offer sustainable and valuable solutions for the future health problems and welfare challenges. We're looking for teams and companies in early stages with ideas that has the potential to offer these solutions for the future. So we want to build the future digital health and welfare companies in the new Nordics. And besides this mentor network here today, we're also building an investor network, IBC, Investor Breakfast Club, that Explorica has also already started in Norway. We are now taking this to Sweden and to the new Nordics. And we are also planning a business angel fund this autumn, which both will finance and give access to capital to the startups when they are ready to take the next steps and scale their business. So we think that all of these are very exciting opportunities, and we are very happy to work together with you in this development. So that was a little bit about the DigitalWell Ventures in short. Lina, can you please talk a little about the Accelerator program?
Yes, of course. This is a kind of hybrid between an accelerator and an incubator, and it runs over 10 months. And this is a module-based program based on the Innovation Readiness Level framework that is developed by the Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm. And this means that it's easy to measure the company's progress, and it's also easy to individualize the program based on the modules that we have, based on the needs of every startup. And since we're a health tech accelerator, our collaboration with the public sector is crucial, as Stefan mentioned. And then we have also specific modules for the challenges that the business to public startups face. And that can be regulatory conditions and access and preparations to test beds, etc. And we're currently in a pilot phase in the program. And the 4 startups that you're about to meet now, they're our brave pilot companies. And they are just as excited as I am about this latest addition to the program, which is the mentoring program. So I'm sure that all of you are very curious to meet our startups. I will hand over to David and leave it up to you to present them for us.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lina. Right now we are running a pilot with 5 startups that we're kind of testing the concept, how we're going to put the curriculum together and how we're going to work together with the mentors, so on and so forth. And then our plan is to actually start the first cohort throughout Q2. In 2021. So we have started, and 4 out of the 5 are with us here today. So I'm going to hand over to a regional initiative from Karlstad, actually. It's called Ineq Solutions, and welcome Sophie and Sarah.
Thank you, David. Hello, everybody. My name is Sophie, and with me I have my colleague Sarah. And we are the co-founders of the company Ineq Solutions.
And our background is that we have worked in school as school counselors for many years. And during this time we have met a lot of children. A lot of children with lacking mental illness and with a big need of sport. So we wanted to do something. We wanted to make a change. Here you can see some of the problems that we have identified. We need more tools and knowledge to handle this problem and find out the causes instead of working with the symptoms. The digitization of the school world has started a few years ago, but not in this area. We have developed BuHuBox, a social toolbox now consisting of 4 pieces. The first product, the sociogram, is a tool for visualize the social network within a group, and it's used to analyze and understand the group dynamic. Today we use the method with paper and pen, and by digitize and modify the sociogram we can apply it to Swedish school system of today. We also aim to develop a tool for classroom placement and mapping tool. These 3 digital solutions are meant to cooperate. The tool for classroom placement is a tool that enables the teacher to let the technology calculate the placement in the classroom that provides the best conditions for learning, security, and peaceful study. The mapping tool will be adapted to children's ability and level of communication and will be researched in collaboration with Karlstad University. We also offer different types of psychosocial tutorials because we need to have knowledge of the methods beyond the digital solutions to be able to make this change. Our product Sociogram is now in a beta version and we have tried out the product in some of the Swedish schools.
So, if you're into education tech, we believe that BuBox will contribute for a change of mental health, and we are looking forward to meet you all, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Sara and Sophie. Now, for everyone and mentors listening, if you have any questions, please feel free to put the questions down in the chat field. And then if we have time left in the end, we'll try to answer them together with the startups. If not, we'll move over the questions to the Slack channel. So we'll do it simple as that. Now, next company up is a company based in Malmö in Sweden. They're called StudyBee. They are close to scaling actually and been through funding rounds already. So they actually came a long way. So I'm going to hand over now to Johan Henriksson at StudyBee.
Okay, I need to unmute. There you go. Thanks, David. Yes, we are StudyBee. StudyBee. In brief, we exist to let students reach their potential. We do this by giving school staff the opportunity to really support the learning rather than burning themselves out in admin and double work. We have a great team in place, usually located in Malmö, now distributed over the south of Sweden. Great competence, great culture, and a very open mind. We're actually also currently growing the team with a woman, I might add. We're a bit too male heavy otherwise. We've secured some key partnerships and certifications. Not going to dwell too much on that, but rather dive in and tell you briefly about the product. Now, as the name might suggest, we work in EdTech. Specifically with student development and assessment. So no educational material, but focus on the workflow and the support to students through identifying the needs really early on and having teachers spend their time teaching school leadership, really knowing where to put the effort in order for everyone to stay healthy and less stressed. We are seamlessly integrated with Google Classroom with 150 million users worldwide. We do that to deliver best-in-class UX and smoothness, which is really a key component working towards schools where there's a certain amount of tech fatigue. Where we are at the moment is around 2 weeks ago, we launched our biggest release to date, which includes a standalone web product. So looking at this slide, we have basically 3 parts of the puzzle, where one is a seamless integration within Google Classroom for the assessments in the everyday work. There's a mobile app for students and guardians to keep track of how well they're doing. And the last part to complete the puzzle is a data visualization tool or an insights tool aimed at school leadership to get that overview and to be able to address any issues early. So we released that last third only around 2 weeks ago, which is a standalone web product focused on data visualization and overview. This is a key component in that it, not least business-wise, because it allows us to strike a lot bigger deals, both in terms of license cost and also volume. But it also helps us pinpoint the decision makers more accurately and directly, as well as enabling further product innovation and development. Now, the focus at the moment is to really get the sales going and start scaling it, building for growth. We have a fairly large number of happy customers that we're working with and working with growing them and upgrading them. And we also have a few key partnerships with for example, Anatomia. So we built this last part of the puzzle together with them. We also have a partnership with sales, a reseller partnership in Belgium that is starting to pick up speed. So we're very happy about that one as well. Where we are at the moment, we did a fundraising round just before Christmas, which went really well, above expectations actually. We still do raise some more money, and we also are looking for smartness and competence specifically within go-to-market strategies with partnership, inbound SaaS sales within the B2B and B2G department, sales and content marketing, and also within financing, obviously. So where we are at the moment is we are very focused on reaping the benefits of this complete suite to get the product out there. We're finding the right balance of our go-to-market strategies. So that's where we are at the moment. We're testing out. We have an ongoing sales operation which is very focused around outgoing sales, and we're looking to push that a little bit more towards inbound and low touch or no touch sales. But also we have these sales partnerships in order to be able to address larger municipalities and the procurement processes. So really happy and psyched to be part of this context. Not going to dwell much longer on that, but thanks for your time, and I look forward to work with you guys.
Thank you very much, Johan, for the presentation. I may also add that one of the things we're doing now, because we have a foot in Norway, is that we help StudyBee to establish themselves as a go-to-market plan into the Norwegian market as well. So I think it's quite interesting that we're looking at the international plan so fast with you guys. It's really cool.
Indeed.
All right, thank you, Johan.
Thank you.
Next one up is also regional talent. Most of you in Värmland probably know his name already. That's Marcus Eng, and he's just started his own company, Anatomia Tech. So I'm handing it over to you, Marcus.
Thank you, David. Does everyone see the share screen there? Right? Good. My name is Marcus Eng. I'm very glad to be a part of this. I'm a physiotherapist from Karlstad, working at Klinik, and we have our clinic in Löfbergs Arena, and I'm also the physiotherapist for Karlstad BK here, the hockey team. But now I'm focusing on developing a digital service to treat mild to moderate depression. And we all know this is a big problem, and it's the most common reason for sick leave here in Sweden. And these patients are a little bit left behind because in the best case, when they meet the general doctor, they get a prescription for physical activity. And basically what that is, it's a notice that you should train. And we all know this, you should train regardless if you're sick or if you're healthy. We also know that over 1 million Swedes eat antidepressants. And see if I can change the slide here. Does everyone see the slide? Good. And scientifically, we know that physical activity has the same effect as antidepressants. So how can we make this behavior change? Well, in this program, the patient gets personalized notifications and a physical activity program with heart rate exercise, clear instruction what to do, and increasing, decreasing with the help of artificial intelligence. But the most important thing here is the physiotherapist on the other side who will cheer the patients on. Not only is answering medical questions, but also cheer the people on, cheer the patient on, give them a thumbs up, good work, good job, and so on. So in this way, by daily support from a physio, we can really make this behavior change. Me, myself, I work on a digital platform today for treating hip and knee arthrosis. And there I can see it's not about the choice of exercise, how you bend your knees or how you do your lunges. It's more about the person on the other side who cheers on and gives this support to the patient. So the next step for me is to test this in a real environment, this MVP. And that's why we have a cooperation with Region Värmland, the hospital here and the healthcare system here in Värmland. Also with 2 private clinics, one in Karlstad and one in Luleå. We have a cooperation with Karlstad University and the Center for Behavior Research and a team from Karolinska Institutet with including Carl-Johan Sundberg, who's a leading professor in physiology, who have published several studies in physical activity and prevention for disease. And I really think there's a potential here. It's a global problem, of course, where there is international potential, but also there are more over 30 diagnoses with the effect of physical activity, such as high blood pressure and other heart disease. So we can change the content a little bit here. We can treat a lot of more diagnoses as well. So my needs right now, I need to look into the digital architecture. I need to complete the MVP so we can test it in a real environment and the real patients. And in the long term, we need to look at CE marking, of course. It's a medical device. And I'm also looking for a co-founder in this pilot stage. So that's a little bit about me and this product. So I will welcome some questions, of course, in the chat. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Marcus. For your information, we have a CE specialist and a system architect with us here today as mentors. So just a little hint. Now, the last startup is started by a lady that's actually quite famous because she wrote books and developed a methodology that's actually working very well across the world when it comes to guiding before giving birth. She's based in Stockholm. Her name is Susanna Heli, and the company is called Birth by Heart Tech. Welcome, Susanna.
Thank you. Do you hear me well?
We hear you well.
Okay, so I wasn't prepared for the English, but I'm going to do my best. So my name is Susanna Heli, and I'm the author and creator of a book and a method called Give Birth Without Fear. So for more than 10 years, we have worked with becoming parents and healthcare to lessen stress and fear during birth. And we have a methodology. I'm a physiotherapist, actually not a midwife. But we work with how and why stress and fear is negative for the physiology in birth and how to prevent that. So in the method, we have tools, we have strategies, we have for 10 years had tens of thousands of women using this method. So, and we are also working globally now to do the same kind of work. So where we are now is that during my years, I discovered this gap that was very clear. That, you know, that when you're working with birth, we have to help the women to know how they can handle the contractions, how they can handle the actual physical work. We have the medical safety, that's beautiful, but we also need the emotional safety for the actual partner and the birthing woman. So in the years that has come, we need a new tool that the parents can also use while they are going into birth. So maybe they have gone to our classes, they have read the book, they're on their way to the hospital, but there's a phase between pregnancy and birth that's called early labor. This phase is very crucial, and our scientist from Karlstad, Ineq, has done a lot of research that if parents don't know what to do during this phase, they are in risk of a negative traumatic birth experience. So in this gap, the hospital don't want to have the parents. And the pregnancy, the maternity ward doesn't want them either. So we are developing a product that can be used by the parents and the healthcare system to give the parents at home while they're working with early labor, as this first phase of birth is called. So the plan is to develop an innovative, very, very practical application that leads in the birthing woman, but also the important partner, you know, the becoming father, how he can assist and support. So during those hours at home, they can use this application on the real early labor contractions. So this would be something that the healthcare can use because they don't have anything to give to the women. So this becomes a very important work tool as well for them. And we're also preventing that what Karin is doing research on, the negative birth experience. So we're developing this application now. Karin Engeby has just got her funding for doing a research on the application, how it affects the birth experience. So she has a researcher team. We have done the prototype now together with Hedi Technology. Of course, we have this beautiful program now where I'm supported as an entrepreneur and creator of the method. How can we create this bridge between a private method and the healthcare, where I, during 10 years, have developed a product that they really need as well there, and make it as well financially working for me. So one part is the prototype. I'm going into pilot studies now with birthing women to see how it works. But one part is as well how to integrate it, implement it into healthcare, and how to you know, make a business model out of this that combines the private sector with the public sector. So it's very interesting and very exciting to do this work and to develop this practical application that can be used from both angles. I think that was enough. Did I miss something, my dear mentors?
Perfect, Susanna,
Yeah.
and we are spot on the timing as well.
Yeah.
On the minute, actually. So excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Now we have 2 more startups.